What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Marie, and on this channel I talk about sustainable style, clean beauty, and try to drop little nuggets of wisdom on how you can live simply and live well, which is how I've been living my life for the last few years. So I know I might be a little late to the party, yes, but hey, look, it's still winter here in Toronto. It is still cold out. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I'm styling my 7 favorite winter coats. 6 are thrifted, 1 is gifted, meaning that a friend of mine was upgrading to a new coat, so she passed her old one on to me. Very much welcome, very grateful. And it can be a little tricky to dress warm and still feel like you got a little bit of style going on because you've got the hats, the scarves, the mitts, the gloves, and no one really sees anything underneath your coat. So in this video, I'm just sharing with you how I've styled my coats, and maybe it'll serve as some inspo until Mother Nature decides to bless us with some spring weather and we can ditch all of that stuff. So if that sounds good to you, just keep watching and we shall get started. Kicking things off with look number 1 or coat number 1. It's just this coat that I picked up last year, I'm pretty sure for $18. Now it is thrifted, not thrifted, I mean yes it is thrifted, but it's vintage. And sometimes with vintage clothing, you kind of have to go up a size. This is actually a size large, but it fits like a medium would for me. It still gives me enough room to wear like a chunky sweater or some extra layers underneath, but it is lightweight enough that I could wear it in the fall as well. And honestly, this is the one coat that I took when I was traveling last fall. 2 different climates, England, France, and Italy. And I just took this one coat. I wore it with sneakers during the day, I wore it with ballet flats, I wore it with my wedges, espadrilles, and it honestly served me very well. So for the bag, I'm going to do this one here. It's got the gold tones that kind of go with cream, plus I'm wearing black underneath, black tall boots that I thrifted. And then I threw on this floofy scarf that I've had for years. I got it from the Gap, and it's one of those kind of like Mongolian fur kind of things. And then just a cream beret, which I'm not really sure if I am wearing it correctly, but my sister gave it to me, so I thought I would throw it on. And this is how I'm styling my cream coat. I love all my coats, honestly, and it's wild that they're pretty much all thrifted. So this is it. This is a great coat for a dressy look, but then you could dress it down as well with denims and some flats or some like ankle boots or something like that. We love versatility. We love versatility when it comes to our wardrobe. Moving on to a coat number 2. It's this leather coat that I thrifted probably about a month ago for less than $30. After discount, of course. We love a coupon. Ain't no shame in a coupon. But again, this is a little bit more roomier, so I can do some layers underneath depending on how cold it is outside. And then for a scarf, I just threw on this thrifted scarf. I've had it for years, but I love kind of like the little pattern on it, so it kind of just breaks up the all black look. Threw on a baseball cap, day done. For the bag, I really can't decide if I should just do my red dirty Demalie London bag for some contrast, or if I should just go with the same black bag as look number 1. Y'all let me know in the comments. And also for my footwear, just these tall boots that I thrifted and some black pants. So should we do the red or the black? Y'all let me know what you think. But this is how I'm styling a leather coat for the winter. Okay, this coat here is a new in thrifted, like maybe about a week ago or so, and yes, we had another 30% off coupon, so it came out to $17.50. It is a wool blend, 70% wool, and it still had a tag on, like brand new. So yay, winning. So, but this is it. Now, what I will say about this coat is that it doesn't actually come with a belt. When I tried it on, it was kind of just like, let me undress myself. It was kind of like just, you know, like this. Loose fitting, not horrible, roomy enough again that I could wear like a nice chunky turtleneck or something, you know, something, a couple layers underneath if need be. But when I was looking in the mirror, I felt like something is off. Something's not right. If y'all know Keith Sweat, something just ain't right. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm gonna take it anyway. And then maybe I can go to my local haberdashery, aka fabric store, and see if I can find like a remnant of leather. I can have a belt made or have a wool belt made, and then just buy some wool scraps in black and just sew on a couple of belt loops. I could do that. I went to design school. I know how to sew. I even was wondering if I could like steal some fabric from the bottom of the coat here to make belt loops, but we are gonna do things the right way. So I got home and I was trying on the jacket again, and Spirit spoke to me and said, Marie, use the black belt from your leather jacket that you just bought. So that's what you see here. I mean, if I had to go buy this, it probably cost me more than $20 and then have it made into a belt. So that's the tip right there. If you need a belt, you might have other items in your closet. Maybe it's a dress that comes with a belt, or pants that come with a belt, or even another coat that comes with a belt. You could borrow it. So that's all I did here. Borrowed it, tied it around. I have a nice leather looking belt. And as I said, I will buy some fabric and make some belt loops and stitch them on. It shouldn't take me that long, and it's not that hard. Again, you know, we're being crafty. And then to top off this look, I thought I'd throw on a leopard scarf. We know leopard is a neutral, but I thought it'd be nice to, you know, break up the black. Give a little pattern, visual interest to this coat. But I'm feeling the vibes. It's almost giving me like maquage vibes, because those coats be expensive. Just adding this leather belt. Does have pockets as well. And then for my bag, I thought I would just do my Kurt Geiger bag. It's got a little bit of gold chain handle, kind of go with the tan and the scarf. And then on the bottom, just the same base layer, black tall boots, black t-shirt, black pants. And this is how I'm styling this $18 wool coat, brand new, tags on. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this coat. This belt just totally makes the look. And that's that look. Look number 3, coat number 3. Anyway, this is a coat that I thrifted back in my New York days, probably around the year 2000 or so. I was visiting my cousin in Maryland. He was getting his hair retwisted. I had time to kill, so I hit up a thrift store that was in this strip mall, and I bought this coat for $10. So what, we're going on 25 years I've had this coat. I love the back detail on it. Now, full disclosure, I did have the lining redone because it was a little tattered, or got a little tattered. So I had that redone years ago, probably 20 years ago. But this is one of those coats that I will keep for life, even if I have to keep repairing it. So it does have like a bit of a herringbone kind of texture to it. Now the buttons, I've always toyed with the idea of replacing them because they're, I don't know, they're not all of that. I mean, they do the job, but we're considering replacing them. I just threw on this cashmere scarf. It's got the same tone as the coat. I do have like a caramel colored one, but I just feel like it's a little off. So I happened to find this one, which I thrifted as well, with my thrifted beige boots, suede on the bottom, and this new in. Now again, we're not sure about the handbag. I thrifted this lady bag. I don't know, I like the lady bags. Lady bags just, you know, they just give me that feminine vibe. Not that I'm not feminine, but they're just so ladylike, you know what I mean. So I thrifted this a couple weeks ago for $13, I think. I feel like it's leather, but even if it's not, I still like the shape of it. And that is how I'm styling this coat. Now this coat, I will say, is a little bit more fitted. So there's not really room for anything chunky underneath. So I'd have to wear something like a merino wool sweater that's thin, or cashmere. That's thin enough, but it's gonna give me the warmth that I need. But this coat is a little bit heavier than the cream coat. So right now I just have a t-shirt underneath and I feel, you feel pretty good already. So this is how I'm styling coat number three. So the last look was actually coat number 4. Moving on to coat number 5. Thrifted this one in Montreal, I think about 2 years ago or so. Brand new again, because the pockets were still stitched shut, so I knew nobody had worn it. Either that or they just didn't realize that they needed to take a seam ripper and open up the pockets. But again, $18 I think. This one is also a wool blend and it's got this nice plaid pattern to it. Now again, what's with the buttons? Look. It's got these almost like brownish buttons on the front and on the sleeves. So if I do want to replace them, which I've been toying with the idea of doing that too, and that's going to be a little bit more work. But if I find the right button, I'm willing to do it. Underneath, because this is a thinner wool blend coat, I had to throw on like a sweater. So I had thrifted this one just recently. It's by Sicily, which is an Italian brand, and this one is probably maybe from the 90s. It's Sicily Elegance, but it's got a nice zip to it. We love a cardigan for layering. Threw on a black scarf. And then, of course, my hat to keep the noggin warm. Doing it up. Now on the bottom, I just threw on some denims because this is kind of like a casual daytime look for me. I would run errands in this, or maybe if I was going out dancing and needed some comfortable shoes, I would also wear these. They're like a Chelsea boot without the Chelsea part. I don't like pull-on boots. I like an inside zip or even a back zip. Just ease of getting them on and off. Now, with this coat, you could, minus the sweater, of course, you could actually belt it and change up the look and even put some heels on with it. The same leather belt from the coat. And that just gives it like a different kind of vibe, gives me some waist, some shape. Again, we like to, make our wardrobe do the most, borrow things if we need to. Just, play around in your closet so you can change up the looks without having to spend any additional money. For the handbag, this crossbody I recently thrifted. Now, whether or not it's really Coach, we don't know. And honestly, I don't really care. I just needed another crossbody other than my Kurt Geiger one with the gold chain. This one is leather, of course. It's like in amazing condition. It was $20, but for a leather crossbody, can't go wrong. So this is how I'm styling this coat here. A little bit of layers underneath, casual look, with or without the belt. We'll take the belt off. And away we go. We are at look number 6, and there's nothing better than, there are a lot of things that are better, but a classic pea coat I think is just one of those coats that you can't go wrong with, whether it's the classic length or it's knee length. This one I thrifted about 2 years ago, brand new again. Yes, tags on for 35 bucks. It was regular $250. This one is a Zara one. It's made with that quality Manteca wool. Anywho, I was really surprised. Like, why would someone donate a brand new $250 Zara coat? You could have sold that, but you donated it. But hey, I guess it was meant for me. So this one has got, yes, the gold buttons with the little details on it. Also with this coat, you could do it all the way up at the neck. It's got this thing where you can bring it across the front and buckle it, just to really make sure that, your neck stays warm. We're not mad about that though. I threw on a black scarf as well, and this coat, honestly, is so warm that a t-shirt or a thin long sleeve shirt is all that I need, because I be in the shop sometimes and feel like I'm about to pass out because I be overheating in this coat. So we love the gold buttons on this. We've got a couple of pockets as well. Double vent in the back, which we like. We threw on the baseball cap, same denims, and boots again, just for a nice casual look. Instead of the crossbody though, because it would cover the buttons, this one has good buttons though. We're happy with the buttons on this coat. I thought I would just switch it up and just use the same red bag again for a little contrast. So this is how I'm styling a classic pea coat. Now, I will say too that I wish it was a little bit longer, because usually in the winter time, we like our legs to be covered. We like our legs to be covered because it'd be cold, the snow blowing, and it'd be windy and all of that kind of jazz. And if it was knee length, I would love it even more. However, we're still very happy with it. So this is how I'm styling my pea coat for the winter. Last but not least, no winter coat collection would be complete without, yes, a down jacket, a parka, as I like to call it. But this is the one and only gifted coat. It was a friend of mine who she was upgrading to, I think, a Canada Goose or something, so she gave me this one. Her old one, which is like some outdoor survival something. This coat be warm though, y'all. This coat be warm. I literally could wear it with just a tank top underneath. It's that warm. So this one has a zipper as well as the Velcro. We've had it for a few years, so it's looking a little, some slight wear and tear. Some flat pockets here, but also pockets here. If you want to walk around and feel comfortable. A toque. I call it a toque. Some people call it a beanie. I grew up in northern British Columbia. We call it a toque. So I put a black one on, of course, to keep my head warm. Typically, I wear like a silk scarf underneath, because these wool hats, it's a cashmere hat, and when you got kinky, tight, coil, 4C hair, you just want to do everything that you can to not dry out your hair. So we put the hat on, just threw on the black scarf that I've been wearing. For my bag, we're going to throw on the crossbody because it doesn't interfere with anything in the look. On the bottom, I have just black leggings on, and we need winter boots. So these ones I got last year maybe. They have like a little bit of faux fur going on, and again, they are quite warm as well. So this is look number 7 on how I'm styling my winter coats. Lord knows I cannot wait for winter to be over. It is my least favorite season of the year. It's really hard to look cute, but then again, I guess you just don't really have to worry much about what's underneath, especially if you know that you're going someplace where you won't be taking off your coat. So you just work on your accessories, your handbags, scarves, and some nice cute footwear. So that is look number 7. So that brings me to the end of this video on how I've styled up my 7 winter coats, or at least the ones that I wear on repeat, which really is all of them. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite coat. I mean, honestly, these are all thrifted, which is pretty incredible. It didn't really cost me that much. The most expensive one was 35 bucks, the pea coat, but other than that, I think we did pretty good. Let me know what you do to jazz up your coats. Do you have like a favorite scarf? Is there a go-to hat that you wear? Do you do leather gloves or anything like that? Because dressing stylishly in the winter can be difficult. I mean, the most important thing is we want to stay warm, but we can bring a little flavor to our outfits with accessories and the like. So if you found any value in this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, you're more than welcome to. No pressure, no muss, no fuss. But we try to build a little community of clean living, sustainable living, healthy lifestyle, because honestly, once you reach 40, it is more important than ever to be conscious of what you are putting not only on your body as far as your clothes and your lotions and all of that kind of stuff, but what you're putting in your body as well. We don't want to wreak any havoc or any more havoc on our hormones than we probably already have leading up to that point. We want to try to reduce our toxin load so that we have, a good menopause journey. So in any event, of course, as usual, thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next one.